Hey everybody, Jim and Joshua here to talk about DC Comics is introducing new superhero costumes for 6 of their characters. Now we have some previews of them up on the site and a poll asking for you to pick your favorite. But these won't actually be introduced in the comics until June.
Yes.
Now we're going to go through each of these and kind of go over what we think of them. And again, we want to hear what you think about them. Tell us in the comments and in the poll. So Joshua, let's start with, who do you want to start with?
Well, before we start, I want to just mention that DC is ending the New 52 with this event called a Convergence, and it'll be over by June. So I think just to usher in a new wave of post-New 52. They got rid of the old New 52 costumes, and they're giving sort of a new look to the DC universe and their top heroes.
Okay.
They just revealed 6 this week in what I'm calling DC Comics Fashion Week. But I would assume we're going to get some more, but these are like the big 6. So first I want to start with is Flash.
All right. Now, I got to say, you know what? It looks like Flash still. They added
like the TV show.
Well,
right?
yeah, they add a couple of more lightning bolts just in case you forgot he was
the Flash.
fast as lightning. I mean, to me, it wasn't. It looked like they took all of 5 minutes to kind of change it.
Yeah, it's not a big overhaul, and I think I don't like drastic overhauls just for the sake of it. I do think it's very much inspired by the TV show. He just sort of have like red accents, like just in the actual armor. It's a much darker. In the TV show, but in the comic book, it looks like those accents have been replaced by lightning bolts, so it's a little more flashy. And then I think the big thing is the symbol on the chest. They changed that dark. It's a dark circle, like a dark red, instead of a white symbol. So it's again very much like the TV show. And I get they want corporate synergy. Sure, why not?
Yeah, except when it comes to their movies, but that's a different conversation.
It's different. I can't wait to see the movie Flash.
So the next character though,
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow
just doesn't really do much for me. The only big difference I see is that his hair is a little longer.
Isn't it? Well, it kind of looks a little Joe Dirt to me. It's got a little bit of a mullet thing going on.
Oh, no.
It looks a little bit like David Spade on steroids to me. He still has the sleeveless kind of look.
Yeah.
No hoodie though. We'll get to that.
Well, there actually
in a
is
minute.
sort of a tiny hoodie in the back. You can barely see it, but yeah, it's not as prominent. Normally he wears it hood up, so you can't miss it. But yeah, it is still there. But, and it's also kind of like a busy costume that I'm not too big of a fan of, but
I just don't understand the busyness of these costumes. And I'm going to save my real rant about this until we get to one particular character. But speaking of hoodies, Green Lantern.
Yes, Green Lantern.
Now he's rocking the hoodie. He stole Green Arrow's shtick. He took his hoodie. What's up with that?
Well, in the comic book, spoiler for Green Lantern number 40, if you haven't read it, it's a minor spoiler, is that it ended with him, like the Green Lantern Corps has a lot of bad press, we'll call it. And so he's the leader of the Green Lantern Corps, so he wants to take responsibility. So he sort of staged a breakout sort of where he went and he ditched his ring, which can be traced, and he stole the first Green Lantern ring, prototype, which is this hand gauntlet with this power pack, sort of like a Ghostbusters thing. And he fled. So he was hoping to take all the bad press with him. He blamed all the mistakes of the Corps on him. So now he's a renegade, which is on the cover there. And he's got the sort of the hood and the gauntlet, and he's got hair tousled down, longer hair. So he's on the run. Green Lantern.
So it's very to me it smacks of Tom Cruise and the MI film and the Mission Impossible films. The hoodie from Ghost Protocol, but the sort of L'Oreal locks from Mission Impossible 2, And
that's how I think Tom Cruise would make a good Hal Jordan, so I think that fits.
I guess so. Yeah, to me, it's I don't know. Again, the hood is Green Arrow, people.
Yeah.
Green Arrow used to have the dorky little Robin Hood hat, and then he got the hood, and once he went to the hood, to me, that was his. He owned it.
It's kind of funny that he's on the run, but he's still wearing this glowing green costume with the mask. So it's not like no one would mistake him for anyone but Green Lantern.
He's very inconspicuous.
Yes.
Is what I'm saying. So.
And now we're getting to the holy trinity of DC. Let's start with Superman.
Yeah, thanks for making an effort there, Kal-El. Putting on a T-shirt. Thanks.
Well,
that's it. You put on a T-shirt and jeans.
Okay.
Dress like you work at Hot Topic.
Okay.
Come on.
It's even with the black S, which I guess is a sign for darker times coming for Superman. But really what this is, it's a throwback to 2011 when Grant Morrison relaunched Action Comics, and he gave Superman sort of work boots and jeans and a T-shirt just like this, and then a little cape. This one has no cape.
But it's also like Superboy, right?
Yeah, Superboy as well had sort of, back in I think it was the 90s, that he had, the sort of the dark thing going on, and no cape, and he had a leather jacket and sunglasses too.
Oh, well, yeah, that's how you know.
And he had tousled hair. But
what am I talking about? I'm wearing a leather jacket. I shouldn't get
Superman has
smart.
sort of like, he also got a haircut. There's no more like
he's
curl or
rocking
anything.
kind of like the John Cena look. Looks very WWE or, to me.
Yeah, and also he's got a little bit of scruff, so I feel like it's sort of like a rougher Superman who's maybe taking a step back from the heroes. And also, there's one image they released. The bouncer Superman. Yeah. There's one image they released of him, and his hands are like wrapped, and there's like blood dripping from them. And I think that's going back to the fact that he doesn't have all of his powers when he uses his new superpower, Super Flare. He becomes mortal for 24 hours. So maybe we will see him sort of like in a rougher part of his life where he's like, it gets a little bloodier than usual.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Possibly, maybe.
Okay.
And now there's Wonder Woman, who I know you have
all right.
some strong thoughts on.
Well, it's just my issue with it is it's a very busy looking costume.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine, but like it reminds me very much of those over-designed costumes of 1990s comics, particularly like the X-Men and stuff like that, where
Speaking
there's
of X-Men,
just too much stuff.
What's up? I'm assuming they're retractable.
I hope so. I mean, what if she's gonna scratch her eye or something? It's kind of ridiculous, but
then she'll have an eye patch when she
I know,
pokes
right?
her
That's
eye
how
out.
you know she's really badass. Then they'll give her an eye patch. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It just looks like an over-designed 1990s X-Men kind of outfit to me, and I give that one about 2 months, and then it'll get changed.
Really, back to
Yeah.
the pantsless skirt look.
Something. They'll do something. I don't know.
I do like it because I like it when she looks like a warrior. I remember she had this one costume. It was just like head to toe golden, like Amazonian armor, and looked really cool. This looks like it does look a little 90s extreme with like, the retractable things. And her thing is that she is a warrior, but she's a warrior for peace. So I like that she has like a defensive thing. She has like a lasso just to restrain people, and then she has the gauntlets to deflect bullets, the tiara to like disable people. Although one time she cut Superman's throat with it, but let's not talk about that. But this is like a much more like offensive, much more like militant look to me.
Yeah.
And it is a little too much with like they're trying to save all the old elements. Like they have like the skirt in there and they have all this other stuff. But I feel like it's a little more modern and more practical because I don't like it when women fight in skirts because it makes no sense. Like female police officers don't go around in skirts to, so I think she has neck to toe, she's covered.
Yeah, she's got kind of a priest collar thing going on there too, a little bit. But I'd have to say again, I don't think that outfit's gonna date very well.
Okay, we got one more. So best for last,
or
Batman.
Worst. I hated this one. He looks like Chappie meets the Hulkbuster. Is it the little Chappie bunny ears?
Yeah, that actually reminds me of the Tick. It looks like Robo-Tick.
He does look like the Tick, actually. Yeah. I don't like it. I think it's ridiculous. That's it. That's my opinion.
Okay, yeah. I actually don't. I'm really eager to see why, like story-wise, he's in this suit because currently in the comics, he has one more issue to go before the Convergence break. He looks fine. I can't see any reason. I wonder if it's even still Bruce Wayne in there. Maybe it's someone's like remote controlling it from afar. I don't know, but it does look weird. It's not my favorite. Which one's your favorite?
In there.
If you were to vote, which one would be your favorite redesign?
I guess Flash.
You don't like any of them?
I don't really, honestly, I don't really like any of them. I guess Flash,
if you had to pick one?
Just by virtue of it looking like the Flash. And I mean, Green Arrow, they didn't really do much to change it. So of the really radical looking ones, I guess none of them, just Flash.
Okay. I think I would choose Green Lantern because it'd be so easy to cosplay as him now. Just put on a hoodie and you're done. You're done,
Again,
son.
Yeah. Why is it Wonder Woman's outfit is all way too busy? It probably takes her 2 hours to put it on. The rest of them, let's throw on a T-shirt and a hoodie and we're done. We're good to go.
Simple's the new look. Renegade is so hot right now.
All right. Well, we want to know what you think of these new looks. Vote in our poll and let us know in the comments below what you think. And for all things DC Comics and superheroes, keep it here on IGN.